Sports anchor Marshall Kramsky, John Duran, live at the stadium. Guys, looking good. It's finally game day, and for fans, it's the first real taste of football returning to Washington. But for the rookies, guys, this is their first real test and a chance to get on that field and make a name for themselves.
Yeah, we want to see who's going to make a name for themselves today. But, Annie, some housekeeping to get out of the way real quick. Less than an hour ago was broke that edge rusher, Dorrance Armstrong. He's actually going to be suspended one game for violating the NFL's code of conduct. We'll get more information on that as it develops. We'll hear from head coach Dan Quinn after the game. But let's talk about the game today. Yeah, there's going to be football played right behind us, John, but we actually don't know which Commanders are going out there just yet.
Well, Marshall, I think we got a pretty good idea. Although,
sure.
for whatever reason, head coach Dan Quinn being real tight-lipped about who's going to suit up and play, I think we're going to get a pretty good idea over the next few hours when we start seeing these players come out here, who's in cleats, who's not. I wouldn't expect to see number 5, Jaden Daniels, out there playing today. I wouldn't expect to see his backup, Marcus Mariota, playing either, because if history tells us anything, last year, joint practice with the New England Patriots before that Week 1 preseason game there. Starters played a lot in that practice. Didn't play in that game. What I'm curious to see is the rookie Sonny Styles. We kind of figure he's going to be in the starter in the middle of that defense this year. Will he suit up and play? He's a rookie. He's got to earn his stripes. But Antonio Williams, another one, I'm curious to see if suits up as well. Both of them have looked really, really good throughout camp. But quarterback-wise, I think it's going to be Sam Hartman, and we're going to see the rookie Ethan Kaliakmanis under center tonight.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I expect that's what's going to happen, but you know what? Until I see it for sure, I don't know. The league's been changing so much. Maybe that's why they've been so tight-lipped about it. I asked head coach Dan Quinn twice this week about it, and he said, we'll let you know on Friday. Well, Coach, it's Friday. We're ready for kickoff. We're ready to know who's playing quarterback today. But again, John, I do agree with you, and I also think it'll be interesting to see, does Sonny Styles get out into the mix? Like you said, he is a rookie, but he was the 7th overall pick. We see him with the starters every day at training camp, and I asked Sonny Styles, point blank, do you want to play in the preseason? And emphatically, he said yes. He wants to go out there. He wants to get his reps in. He wants to be able to take guys to the ground. Yes, they had that joint practice, but it was still training camp with the Dolphins. They weren't taking guys to the ground. So I think you really want to see your defensive guys out there making tackles, hoping everyone stays healthy and safe, right?
Yeah, and I mean, go back to the Styles, everything, but bringing someone down, the instincts are there, the speed's there, and he is wowing his teammates. I mean, the soundbite that sticks out to me is Javon Kinlaw. He's a freak of nature. He's eye level with me, and Kinlaw, if you've ever seen him up close, that's a big, big man. He's eye level with me, but he's running 10 miles an hour faster on the field. So, I mean, maybe selfishly, I want to see 52 out there making some tackles for the first time in burgundy and gold, and I'm sure fans want to see the number 7 overall pick in this year's draft out here as well.
He's fun to watch play football, and we'll talk about it more at 5 o'clock, but more about just like who's going to make this team. Careers are made during the preseason, so we'll talk about that a little bit more at 5 o'clock. We're going to be hanging out here all day, getting you ready for kickoff right here on WSA 9. Annie.
Marshall, John, I have to ask you, all week long we saw them in training camp practicing. They had practice together with the Dolphins. What about the Dolphins? I mean, as far as that matchup goes, what on the Dolphins team has your attention tonight?
Honestly, not much. The Dolphins aren't a very good football team, if I'm being quite frank, Annie. They're a team that's in rebuild mode, a new quarterback. They don't really have many guys that regular football fans are going to recognize the names of. Maybe a few here and there in the running back position, but what excites you about the Dolphins?
We not much. I know they're also down like 7 key players that didn't even make the trip out here. But even their head coach, Jeff Hafley, said, we're young, we're inexperienced. I still got to see who can cover somebody on defense, who can make a tackle. They're figuring their team out right now much more than the Commanders are.
The one thing I do have my eye on from this matchup is the Commanders dominated the Dolphins so much in the joint practice. Does that correlate to a preseason game? I find that interesting, Annie.
And we will find out in just 3 short hours. Thanks so much, guys. Looking good out there. Of course, as the official television partner of the Commanders, we are your home for the preseason. You can watch the Commanders host the Dolphins tonight at 7 right here on WUSA 9, streaming on the WUSA 9 app. Montgomery County native Dan Helly, a familiar face in the DMV, will have the call for tonight's action. He's joined in the booth by Washington legends John Riggins and Brian Mitchell. Brian Colbert Jr. will have interviews with the Commanders players on the sidelines. You don't want to miss the action.